What if the greatest danger to humanity has been hidden in plain sight for centuries? What if the figure we've been warned about, the one that will bring chaos and destruction, is not just a myth, but a reality waiting to unfold? The Dajjal spoken of in both Islamic and Christian prophecies has been a source of fear, intrigue, and mystery for millennia. But who is the Dajjal really? Is he simply a figure of religious texts? Or does he represent something much more sinister and universal? Today we will delve into the truth behind the Dajjal, uncovering secrets that have been hidden across civilizations, exploring ancient prophecies, and revealing how this mysterious figure continues to shape beliefs and events in our world. From the holy books of Islam and Christianity to ancient traditions and modern-day interpretations, we'll piece together the puzzle of the Dajjal's existence. Stay tuned as we unravel these secrets, and let us discover together why the Dajjal is one of the most feared and misunderstood figures in history. Chapter 1. The Dajjal in Islamic Tradition. The Dajjal, a figure of immense fear and mystery in Islamic tradition, plays a crucial role in the eschatological narratives of the Quran and Hadith. In Islamic teachings, the Dajjal is often referred to as the false Messiah or Antichrist, a deceptive figure who will appear before the Day of Judgment, leading people astray with his false promises. According to the Hadith, he will possess extraordinary powers, including the ability to perform miracles that deceive many into following him. The Dajjal's most distinctive feature is his physical appearance. One of his eyes is blind, a characteristic that symbolizes his inability to see the truth. This physical imperfection serves as a clue to his falsehood, a warning to believers to beware of his deceptions. His appearance will mark a time of great trials, with his influence spreading across the world. The Hadiths describe how he will travel rapidly, affecting different regions, causing chaos, and claiming divinity. This is a time of great tribulation, where the Dajjal will lead many astray with his promises of salvation, material wealth, and power, manipulating people's desires and fears. But the Muslims are warned that despite his powers, the Dajjal is not the true savior, and that his reign will be short-lived. The ultimate defeat of the Dajjal will come at the hands of Prophet Isa, who, according to Islamic tradition, will descend from the heavens to confront and kill the Dajjal. This battle will be a defining moment in the eschatological narrative, symbolizing the triumph of truth over deception and the beginning of the end of the world as we know it. Chapter 2. The Dajjal in Christianity. In Christianity, the Dajjal is commonly equated with the figure of the Antichrist, a being who will appear at the end of times. Deceiving the masses and leading them into rebellion against God, the concept of the Antichrist is rooted in biblical prophecies, particularly in the book of Revelation, where the figure of the beast is described. This beast, much like the Dajjal in Islam, is depicted as a deceptive figure who will rise to power, promising peace and prosperity, only to bring destruction and chaos. In Christian eschatology, the Antichrist is not merely a person, but a symbol of the ultimate evil that will seek to corrupt the hearts and minds of humanity. He will perform signs and wonders, much like the Dajjal, fooling people into thinking he is the true savior. The Bible speaks of a time when the world will be divided, some people worshiping the Antichrist, believing him to be a divine figure. This deception is central to the Christian narrative of the end times, where the battle between good and evil will reach its climax. But like in Islam, the Antichrist's reign will be temporary. Jesus Christ, who will return to defeat the Antichrist, is the true Savior. The Bible teaches that the final victory will belong to God, and the Antichrist's evil reign will be crushed. In both Islamic and Christian traditions, the Dajjal and the Antichrist serve as symbols of humanity's struggle with deception, dangers of false idols, and the ultimate triumph of divine truth. The shared elements between these two figures in different religious traditions reveal a deep-rooted fear of a deceptive force that will test the faith of believers at the end of time. Chapter 3. The Dajjal across other civilizations. While the Dajjal is primarily associated with Islamic and Christian eschatology, many other civilizations have their own myths and legends about similar figures that symbolize evil, deception, and chaos. In Zoroastrianism, the ancient religion of Persia, there is a figure known as Ahriman, who embodies the forces of evil. Ahriman is the primary antagonist of Ahura Mazda, the supreme god, and is responsible for spreading darkness, lies, and destruction in the world. This dualistic conflict between good and evil mirrors the battle between the Dajjal and the divine savior, emphasizing the eternal struggle between truth and falsehood. In Hinduism, the concept of the Kali Yuga, the final age in the cycle of time, also contains elements similar to the Dajjal's reign. During the Kali Yuga, deception and corruption will rise to unprecedented levels, and the world will be plunged into darkness before the arrival of a savior figure, Kalki, who will restore order and truth. The myth of Kalki is strikingly similar to the return of Jesus in both Christian and Islamic eschatology, highlighting a common theme across various cultures of a final battle between good and evil. The Mayan civilization also believed in the arrival of a chaotic force that would end the current world age, leading to a new beginning. Their long count calendar and prophecies about 2012 sparked widespread speculation about an impending apocalypse. Although the Dajjal is not directly referenced in Mayan mythology, the underlying concept of a world-altering event is present. These examples from diverse cultures show that the fear of a powerful, deceptive force is a universal theme that transcends religious boundaries. Whether through the figure of Armin, the Kali Yuga, or the Mayan prophecies, the idea of an end times figure that spreads chaos and falsehoods is a motif that unites civilizations across time. Chapter 4. The Dajjal's influence on modern times. In the modern era, the concept of the Dajjal has evolved beyond religious texts and into popular culture, conspiracy theories, and political discourse. The idea of a malevolent figure controlling the masses through lies and manipulation resonates with many people in today's world, where political leaders, media moguls, and corporations are often accused of spreading misinformation and exploiting public trust. In modern conspiracy theories, the Dajjal is sometimes linked to shadowy global elites, secret societies, or organizations that are believed to control the world's events from behind the scenes. These theories often portray the Dajjal as a puppet master who manipulates global events, orchestrates wars, and creates social unrest to consolidate power and control. This view of the Dajjal fits into the narrative of a world where the lines between truth and deception are increasingly blurred, and the masses are swayed by propaganda and fear. The rise of social media, fake news, and digital manipulation has only intensified these concerns, with many people feeling that they are being controlled by unseen forces. In popular culture, the Dajjal often appears as a villain in movies, books, and video games, further cementing his place in the modern imagination. From movies like The Matrix to The Lord of the Rings, the theme of a deceiver who leads humanity into darkness is a recurring motif. These representations often mirror the characteristics of the Dajjal as a charismatic but ultimately destructive force. The rise of new technologies, artificial intelligence, and surveillance also raises concerns about the potential for a new form of control, where people's every move is monitored and their freedom is stripped away. Some people see this as a modern manifestation of the Dajjal's power and omnipresent force that controls all aspects of life. Despite the changes in technology and culture, the core message about the Dajjal remains the same. Be wary of false promises, deceptive leaders, and the allure of material power. As humanity faces new challenges and uncertainties, the story of the Dajjal serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of falling for illusions and the importance of staying true to one's beliefs and values in a world full of deception. As we reach the end of this exploration into the mystery of the Dajjal, it's clear that the story of this figure goes far beyond just a religious prophecy. Whether viewed through the lens of Islam, Christianity, or other ancient civilizations, the Dajjal is a powerful symbol of deception, chaos, and the ultimate struggle between good and evil. From his physical description in Islamic texts to the Christian interpretation of the Antichrist, and the similar figures in ancient cultures, the Dajjal represents a force that transcends time, geography, and belief systems. What makes the Dajjal's narrative even more profound is its relevance in today's world. As we face the challenges of misinformation, manipulation, and deception in our modern society, the lessons from the Dajjal's story remain ever present. It serves as a reminder to be vigilant, to question falsehoods, and to hold fast to truth and righteousness, especially in times of great uncertainty. But the Dajjal's story doesn't just belong to ancient prophecies. It has taken on new life in the modern world. It's becoming part of our cultural fabric, through films, books, and even in conspiracy theories. The idea of a powerful force pulling the strings behind the scenes, controlling events, and leading humanity down a dangerous path resonates with many in today's digital age, where the lines between truth and manipulation are often blurred. Yet the true message of the Dajjal remains timeless: the battle between light and darkness. Truth and falsehood will always be a central theme in human history. It's up to each of us to remain steadfast in our beliefs, question what we are told, and strive for a deeper understanding of the world around us. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the Dajjal and his role in the world today? You see any modern-day parallels to the warnings we've discussed? Or perhaps you have your own theories on this mysterious figure? Leave your comments below. I'm excited to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give it a like and share it with others who might find it as fascinating as you did. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more deep dives into these intriguing topics. We'll be back soon with another video, but before we wrap up, I'd love to know what you want to learn about next. Any suggestions? Drop them in the comments, and we'll consider them for future videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.